Good morning. I'm Jenny.
Morning, I'm Craig.
How are you,
Hey,
Craig? Welcome to Wake Up with Jenny and Friends. How are you?
I am doing okay. Thanks for having me. It's an early morning here and a rainy day, so there's nothing better I could do than spend some time with you here inside, staying dry for the first time this week, which is great.
Well, thanks so much for agreeing to come on the show and, have a little bit of fun, a little chit chat. I'm so excited to have you. We've followed each other for quite a long time on TikTok.
Yep.
That's where we met originally, and as most people do, as you do nowadays, everybody meets on social media.
I think
Um,
it's almost like that's the real world at this point, right?
Isn't it? It's like it's a really bad like Tom Cruise movie where it's like the real world is the fake world and the fake world is the real world.
That is an excellent analogy. And then again, most Tom Cruise movies are absolutely horrible, so it could be any of them. But yeah, I agree with. Did I say that out loud? Did I say
No,
that out?
no, The Firm, Cocktail.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You say Tom Cruise, and all I see is a full-grown man jumping up in excitement on Oprah's couch, and I've just lost all credibility at that point.
Out
I
the
can't go
window.
back. I can't go back to that. That's all I see. Every movie. That's all I'm waiting for.
I don't blame you there. I don't blame you there. You said you were in a lot of rain recently. You're in rainy BC.
I'm currently down in Hope, BC, which is about maybe a couple hours out of Vancouver there, and it's just if it, I when I came here, I was driving through forest fires, and then I got here, and it's nothing but rain and wet, and yeah, I'm pretty waterlogged at this point. But
Oh
that's
my
okay.
goodness.
Today we're drying out, so life is good.
So it's a little more hopeful today in Hope, BC.
Oh, she comes at me with the dad joke. Ouch. Yes, absolutely. It is a little bit more hopeful. Actually, Hope's pretty cool. They actually filmed the Rambo movie back in the day was here, so
Get
they have
out,
some.
really?
Yeah. So the whole town's got these little displays about Rambo and stuff. And I had no clue about it when I came here. And I'm just like, wow, you guys are like fans, eh? That's crazy. 40-year-old movie. I'm like, wow, that's cool. What was filmed here? Oh, still not a cool. I mean, just it's time to let it go. Time to
Let
let it
it go.
go and move on from this. There's so much other things. It's absolutely beautiful here. You've got the Fraser River, you've got mountains, and you've got Sylvester Stallone with a red bandana running through the woods with a crossbow. Okay, fair enough. Go with it.
It's like
Stick
a
with
it's
it.
like a
Hold on
bad
to the dream.
relationship. You just gotta let it
It is a
go.
horrible relationship, right? Just, I
Well,
mean,
that's
it's
crazy
not
because when I
working.
think of Rambo, I don't think of Hope, BC. I think of like say the tropical like, underworld of like Thailand or something, right?
Right, he's down there. He's fighting in Cambodia, but it's not.
Cambodia.
He's 2 clicks up the road, driving an army truck across the bridge and running through the woods, and you're just like, so you weren't sweating, were you? You were freezing because it is cold out there. It is like 6 degrees. I'm like, okay, I'll give him props, Sly. You're tougher than I thought because just the weather alone and running around in your tank top and skivvies is you got. I got props, but you got props. I'll give it to him.
Now I wonder now if I go back and watch Rambo, I'm gonna be like tuned in to see if there's any whales in the background of any seas.
There's some guys fishing on the side of the bank. What's that all about? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just keep on going. There's a car in the background or something. I'm going to do that. I think later on today I'm going to go drive around to a couple spots that were in the movie and just to see what it was like. I guess
Oh,
I got
that's
sucked in.
cool.
I got sucked in. I got drawn into this. Now I have to do it.
Well, how do you not? I mean, everybody around is just talking about it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm liking the hat. I'm also hatting it out today. What is it?
Yeah,
You
I
got
have
your
a full set of hair. However, I like to have it out myself too. It's my security blanket. I'll admit it. I don't like to
yeah.
go anywhere without a hat on. It just doesn't feel right without me
I
wearing a
think
hat.
guys are like that in general, though. Don't you think? Like a lot guys are hats. Hats and guys go together.
Yeah, I think it's like that's the sign that you're good to go no matter what. You got your hat on.
Hmm.
Now grab your keys and you're out the door, right? Doesn't matter what else you're wearing if it matches or anything like that. But as long as you get your hat on, you're good to go.
And I always think, I don't know if a lot of women will agree with me. I'm sure they would. But I always think a guy in a cap, in a ball cap, in a hat looks, way more attractive than just a, little with a no cap. I think hat versus no hat, I pick the hat.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go with that too, right? Because comb I don't want to comb this. No, we wash it. We go like this a little bit. We can go like, and then we lock it in, right? Or we could go for speed if we need the
Oh
rally cap
yeah,
words, and we'll do that,
that's the ticket
right?
right
But
there. The backwards hat.
you see, it's the way to go. It's absolutely the way to go.
I can remember being at a pub one time with my girlfriend, and we were just hanging out, whatever. And the guys walk in, and when you're in your 20s, you guys walk in, you kind of like take stock of who's coming in the door. You're like, who could I flirt with tonight? and and we're both looking at these guys, and they're like super like athletic, and they've got their hats on, and they're like, wow, those guys are really handsome. And then the one guy takes off his hat, and at the same time, both my friend and I were like, oh.
When you see that extra disco ball from the ceiling, oh wow, bud, wow. Put that hat back on, bud. Put that hat back on. Yeah,
Awkward
I have a question for a
moments.
I don't think I've done a TikTok where I haven't had a hat on of some sort, and some people were starting to wonder if I actually had hair. And I'm like, yeah, actually, it's pretty thick. I got lots of it. It's just a thing. I'm gonna wear a hat.
Very nice, very nice. So you suffer from the same thing that I do, which is always tired, no sleep.
Yes, yes, very much. So. It's been a long process for a lot of years, right? You work in like an average shift is maybe 12 hours, then you kind of come back. You've got to eat, try to unwind the day, get some sleep, and back up to it again because you're going to work 6, 7, 14, 22 days in a row, right? So always
Craziness.
tired, always
Craziness.
tired. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, what are you drinking this morning, my friend?
I am drinking nothing but Canada's finest coffee, which is my Mick Cafe,
Love
because I
it.
can't get that. Can't get enough of that. I will not drink Tim Hortons anymore. I'm sorry.
Are you
I'm
loving it?
I'm loving it. I am definitely loving it. I'm so used to working in tiny little towns that only have like a Husky gas station or something, right? So
Oh
you're
yeah.
drinking the coffee that they made Monday on Wednesday. And I'll take this any day of the week. Any day of the week.
Nice. Do you collect those little stamps, those stickers?
I don't actually. That's the funniest thing ever, right? Everybody's like, why don't you buy like 4 coffees a day? Why don't you do that? And I'm just like, I don't have fingernails, so I can't really forget it. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna I could just hand in like 7 cups or something at one point, I guess, make them do the work. But
Oh, yes.
I haven't thought about that.
Interessante. Mm-hmm. A
We'll
little
make that a social.
reverse employment action. Hmm.
You're gonna work for this free $2 you're giving me. There you go.
Exactly. You don't owe me just a coffee, you owe me effort.
That's it, right? I expect more than just take my money. I want to see you actually put in the effort to show me that you appreciate me drinking your coffee. So let's do that.
I
Maybe
also have coffee. I am drinking the Widowmaker Supply coffee, which is pretty dang good. If you haven't seen it on my channel or in the umpteen advertisements I've made on the show.
I, I I have, and if I can find it around here, I definitely will give it a shot. Widowmaker just kind of, it's like, you tired of your marriage? Is it becoming a little bit too much for you? Have you tried Widowmaker coffee? One sip will get them hooked. One cup will get them dizzy. If he drinks the whole pot, you're free at last. Widowmaker coffee for those women who have just had enough. Yeah, maybe. That's a good
Wow.
sale.
Mike,
I'm just hoping.
Dan, listen up.
Hopefully, it's like strong coffee because that's what I like. I love a good. I never did as a younger guy.
Mhm.
Coffee was coffee. Didn't really care, but now I'm getting older and I'm just kind of like getting fussy, I guess.
Yeah, I think yeah, definitely you get pickier with coffee as you get younger for sure. Um, but this is probably it's probably one of the best coffees I've ever had. It like honestly, not just saying that, but it probably is. It's smooth, it's strong, it's like all of the things that I could ever want in my life in a cup.
Oh,
I know.
that that sold me. I'm hooked now. I
I
gotta
know.
try it.
I know.
Gotta
Well,
try it.
check it out. Go to the website, widowmakersupply.com. Anywho, let's chat little bit about some current events. You're a big comedian, obviously.
Sure, sure. Comedian. I have personal issues. Sure, whatever you want to. Coping mechanisms. Yeah, okay, sure. Comedian. We'll go with that. Let's run with it. Sure. Okay.
I bury my emotions deep, deep down and never let them out.
I'm glad my trauma amuses you. Wow. No, that's fine.
Oh gosh. Talk about that empathic relationship. Um, Norm Macdonald in the news recently. Can you believe that?
That was horrible. The best thing about him is his comedy is just so dry.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not even, you have to. It's so subtle and just so left field that you couldn't help but appreciate it, right? He was a master of his craft way back in the SNL days, even too. That's when I was most familiar with him. Yeah, it's sad to see a guy like that pass because he brought joy to a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And so young too, like 60, was he 62, 61, 62?
Yeah, early 60s, right? He wasn't even at the forgetting Alzheimer's stage where the life's just going off the rails. You're gonna forget who you are and what you did, and you just become grouchy and scream at sparrows and sidewalks while you sit on a park bench kind of phase of his life. No, he was still in his prime. He still had things to do, and yeah, it's horrible that that's happened.
I hope that's the way I go. Alzheimer's? Oh man, wouldn't that be a treat? You could just do whatever the fuck you want and just be like, sorry, I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't want to have Alzheimer's. I've had family members with Alzheimer's, so it wasn't the funnest thing. But I will definitely fake having Alzheimer's when I'm
Great.
older, and I'll use it as plausible deniability for everything I do. It's just like, hey, who grabbed that box of cereal and just threw it around the room? That wasn't me. It wasn't me at all.
Oh, I should have
Because
pre-warned you that I'm a dick, Craig. Sorry about that.
I would get more joy out of it. I would get far more joy out of it.
Well, okay. I wasn't aware you had lived
Oh,
experience with Alzheimer's. My apologies.
I've had lots of lived experiences. Don't worry. It's not an issue in my world. I mean, come on.
My favorite skit that he did probably on SNL was that when he used to do the Jeopardy with Will Ferrell, the
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Jeopardy skit, and he would always call he would always call himself Turd Ferguson, and Will Ferrell would be like, what was the guy he was playing? Burt Reynolds. He'd always click in and he'd say, "Yes, Bert." He says, "No, that's not my name." And he would force him to call him Turd Ferguson.
Yeah. Oh, he was a comedic genius, right?
Yeah.
He was good. Even back in the day when he had his own little show there for maybe a season or two. But a
Yeah.
lot of people, some people don't get his. Some people just did not get his sense of humor, right? It was so dry and so obvious, but he kept a straight face the whole time. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% correct on the dry humor for sure. And him and Dana Carvey and David Spade, the three of them together, out of this world. Holy
Yep.
Hannah. And you mix a little Adam Sandler in there, forget about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, they were brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah.
No, it's sad to see him passing though. Hopefully, you'll live on in uh, in the
Comedy
videos and
heaven. Yeah, for sure.
all the good stuff that he's in.
Speaking of excuse me, of comedy and videos, your videos are hilarious. If anybody hasn't seen your videos on TikTok, right away, do yourself a favor. Go over to TikTok, find Canadian Bacon. And I have to ask you about the name. Why Canadian Bacon? Where did that come from?
That's an excellent question. I just didn't want to use my real name, and I'm sitting there going, what should I do? Canadian. I'm thinking like John Candy Canadian Bacon. And of course, there was somebody there that already had that name. So I'm just like, well, I'm Canadian. Let's throw Gretzky's 99 on the end of there and see what happens. And there we go. Canadian Bacon was born. So yeah.
Very nice. And you have like 40,000 followers now or something like that?
Yeah, right around that mark. I think I don't pay too much attention to that, but I basically do it for my own shits and giggles, my own amusement, and to terrorize my brother-in-law's wife because that, that
Your
brings me more
brother
joy than
your brother-in-law's wife, so your sister.
no. I refuse to call her that. I will not acknowledge her as my sister, family, or relation of any shape or form. It's just my brother-in-law's wife. That's the way it is.
And so this is the funny part because most of your videos are directed towards her, and it's often I mean there- let's just be blunt, constant insults, constant
Yes,
insults.
absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? People, I like it when people are like, you should be nicer to her. You're so mean to her. And I'm just like, you did not, you were not me as a child growing up with her. That's this, no, this is called payback, right? You weren't the 7-year-old who was thrown into a clothes hamper that she sat on for hours until she got sore. And then she went and got some other stuff to put on top of the hamper to leave me in there until mom got home. So yeah, now that I was the baby, now I'm bigger than everyone. So I'm gonna push back, and I'm gonna push back online if that has to be the case. That's just the way it is. He deserves this. This is just payback from childhood.
Forcible confinement. I hope did she ever fart on the hamper when she was sitting on
Oh,
it?
absolutely. She was. We used to have. I got smart as a kid though. I was just like, you know what? I'll play this game. I am the baby boy around here. Mom's got my back no matter what.
Oh yeah, that's a good ticket to have in your back pocket.
Absolutely. So we'd be downstairs and we'd be fighting over what to watch on TV. And we used to have these little push button, not really a push button, but almost like a contact. So all you had to do is put your fingers on it and it would change the channel. Well, she'd lick it, right? She'd lick it and now it's stuck there. So you can't change the channel or anything like that. And she's bigger than me at the time. So she'd give me a whooping if I did anything. So when I got
Mhm.
smart and I would go, I'd walk to the bottom of the basement stairs and I would kick those stairs as hard as I could. And it hurt. And as those tears ran down from my eyes, I would run up the stairs and let my mom know that my sister beat me up. Mom would come down, grab her, throw her in her room. And I'd be over there with the rag wiping off the TV so I could put the channel back to the way it was. See,
And
I
then you
had
can
to,
watch whatever you wanted.
exactly. I had to
Genius.
do some extreme stuff. But we laugh about it now. But at the time, it was
And it
when
seems
mom would.
it seems like you guys had a way more extreme sibling rivalry than a lot of other kids. Like you're like, "You remember that time I like almost cut your hand off?" We laugh about it now, but
Right? And yeah, it was kind of like that. But you know what? A lot of people might think it was a little too much, but no, it worked out good. I'm actually very close with her, and she's very close with me, and we can talk about anything like that. Like it built a really strong relationship between us. So
that's good. And you can actually tell that on the videos because she claps back at you too. She
well,
also
she
has a channel on TikTok.
she tries to clap back. She
Yeah.
tries to. It's pathetic. It's sad, really. It's
Pathetic, isn't it? Yeah.
emotionally. It's just devastating to see her fall apart like that on social media. But hey, let's let her go. Let's let her do it. You know, you do
Yeah.
you. You do you. And I'll just leave
Middle-aged
it.
woman, you got to give her something, right? She's got to have something to hang on
Yeah,
to
right. She's only got a few years left. Only a few years left. Can't be
before
that
the
many.
Alzheimer's kicks in.
Right. Yeah, and when she does, I can use all the same jokes over again, and it'll be all new for her. So I love that part. It's an absolute win for me on that one. It's like, yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. You helped me. Look at that. I don't have to think of new stuff. I can just reuse the old stuff and still get at her every day. Yeah,
uh,
but I absolutely love it. So there's nothing to cringe more than popping up on her For You page 3 or 4 times a day, and they're all stabs at her. So that's fun. I'm good with it.
and you put out quite a bit of content. Like every time I'm scrolling through, I always see some, and it's never what I expect. It's never what I expect. Usually, when a video comes up, you can kind of sense within the first second or two where it's going to go. I never know where your videos are going to go, and I'm like, he's done it again. Sucked me right in.
I love the twist. It's always got to have that twist at it, right? That's the part that just makes my heart giggle. I just have to do it that way. It's got to be. It can't be expected. I like to change it up a little bit. If I get a dig at her that she's not expected, the better, right? Absolutely.
I love it. Why did you join TikTok? What was the impetus for that?
Oh, geez. Well, I joined probably 2 years ago,
Mm,
and I think I was just kind of bored.
yeah.
I was just kind of bored. It was, like I could sit on Facebook and scroll through that and all the angry mom groups, and I'd troll them and rile them up, and get booted from there, and have to find another one to rile them up because I just find the humor in that. But yeah, and then I found TikTok and started doing videos, and it took right off. So we'll just ride with that, I guess.
Very nice, very nice. And where do you see your TikTok career going?
Oh, I don't see it going anywhere. I just do it for my own fun and amusement for the most part, right? If it goes anywhere, I'd be surprised. If it doesn't, well, I'm okay with it too. It's all for fun. So
Very nice, very nice. So now being in BC, are you are you there for a while, or is that a project you're working on? Are you gonna go out and do some activities around that area? Do you fish? Like what kind of things do you do for hobbies?
this is a project, so I'll probably be here till end of October, I think.
Hmm.
Should be wrapped up, and then we just get one day off a week. So Sunday being our day off. So I know that the salmon run are gonna happen here pretty quick. So I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to getting some pictures of that and getting down and checking all that out. And there's lots of things to explore here. There's hiking trails, and I'm going to make a tour up to Kamloops and see the residential school that was in the news and all that kind of thing, and get a
Hmm.
feel for that. When you get the opportunity to be that close to see stuff like that, I want to take part of that and see it with my own eyes, kind of a deal. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for
there's lots of
sure.
things there. I was in Vancouver. I went to Vancouver last week, and I was cruising down Main Street and Mountain View Ave, I think it was, and the fuel pump in my truck died. So the friendly people here in British Columbia, called me everything they could think of as they honked past me with my hood up, sitting there in the major intersection for 45 minutes waiting for a tow truck, which was great. But the tow truck got me, pulled me to a shop, and the shop was fully packed. And he's like, "Yeah, well, I'll see what I'll do." And yeah, he got me on the road. 2 hours later, I was driving again, so it worked out pretty good. So, but it was a wonderful feeling. It was a
Well,
wonderful feeling.
that was a fun activity.
Oh yeah.
There's
Yeah, I don't
nothing
want
more,
to yell.
there's nothing more you need. There's nothing you need more than being stuck in the middle of a road and everyone honks at you. Like, because that's helpful.
Yeah, you're on a major drive through Vancouver, and you're just like, yeah, hey, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Honk back. There you go. Hey, we're friends.
Do I
It's
look
fine.
like the DeLorean to you? What do you want me to fly out of here?
Yeah, exactly. I'll just set it on fire and just push it out in the middle of the intersection. Like, oh, cars break down, bud. What am I going to tell you? Sorry, I'm not driving your Tesla. Jeez,
Oh, Teslas. Gosh. Are you into the Teslas?
I am not. But there's one thing that I
Really?
have not seen so many is just around here and even to Vancouver. Used to play that game where you'd see those little Volkswagen Beetles and you'd punch somebody. If you
Mhm.
did that with Teslas, you would it would be a brawl. They are everywhere out here. It just
Are they
blows my mind.
really?
I would say every 10th car is a Tesla. It's
Really?
yeah.
Wow, that's insane. Well, I know, well, they drew in a huge crowd with their $1,000 down sort of like promotion that they had, right? Because everyone's like, I can get a Tesla for $1,000, and I'm like, no, 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 no. Let's walk that back. Let me explain this financing thing to you.
So for $1,000, I can pay you lots and lots of money for years and years and years on my battery car. Yeah, you sure can. Wow, that's a deal. Okay, good luck with that.
Well, a whole ton of people put down $1,000 to get a Tesla, and now they're working 6 jobs, right? So
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations. Now you're putting in pipelines to pay for your Tesla. That was a well thought out plan. Congratulations. What's that? You're part timing at the coal mine too? Yeah, right. Got to power it somehow. Good job, guys. Well
Oh.
thought out.
Well, he is building. Elon Musk is building that tunnel underground, or isn't it started in California?
Yeah, I think he started it already, where you kind of autopilot through the tunnel kind of thing. I don't know. it's something I'll probably never see in my lifetime. So I don't worry
Really?
about
Do you
that.
think so? You don't look a day over 98.
That's right. I'm, my centennial's coming up here a couple years from now, and I've seen enough in this world. I have seen enough in this world. I'm good with it.
Do you think there's people that are like, in their 50s that just go, I'm done. I've seen enough. I'm done. I'm ready to
You
go.
know what? I think it does get to that point where they're just like, the world has the world's always changing, and it's changing rapidly in all different places all at the same time. And by the time you go, I'm going to go see the pyramids, you fly to Egypt, you see the pyramids, and you think you're expecting to see this open desert with these massive pyramids, and you don't realize that there's a highway that runs past it, and there's a Chick-fil-A on the corner, and there's a city right behind you, and you're like, oh, okay, right? So everything changes so much that they just get to the point where, I'm good. I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna watch reruns of the Golden Girls and
Oh,
call her a day.
Golden
Right?
Girls is one of my favorites. Oh, love the Golden Girls. But yeah, that's so true. It's kind of like that happens a lot with people that go to see the Mona Lisa. That's one of the common things they say. They go and they expect to see this gorgeous, massive painting, and they go there and it's like this like 3 by 5 little like whatever it is. You know what I mean?
They're like, oh, wow, okay, well, yeah, saw it. Now what? Right? Absolute disappointment, right? Too much hype
Yeah,
for what you get out of it.
way too much hype for sure. I agree. So the salmon thing you're gonna go see. I saw the salmon runs coming up. Salmon run you're gonna check out. Are you a fisher or a hunter or
Yeah, I like to go out fishing when I can. I don't have a license here in BC, so I didn't want to spend the hundreds of dollars it takes to get all that figured out, even though there's sturgeon in the river just across the road, which would be an absolute fantastic catch to get a big 8-foot dinosaur out of there.
yeah.
And then I brought my bow out with me
Oh
too. So
wow. Oh nice. Very nice.
if I get a chance today, I'm going to go out and do some target practice or something here. It is bow hunting season, so
Now, do you need a license for that too if you were gonna go hunting
yeah,
for
you do. If you're going to hunt with it, you need your hunting license and all that. You
Mhm.
betcha. And a
And
tag
so
for
you
whatever.
can't just go fishing, catch yourself a sturgeon. Like who's gonna look? Who's looking, Craig? Come on. Who's gonna tell? Not me.
Well,
No,
you know what?
you know?
I'm an impressionable young man, and I was coerced by you into doing. I'm just practicing for when the warden pulls me
Yeah.
over
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
to take all that stuff. It wasn't my fault. I'm just
Yeah.
doing what I'm told. I'm insecure, and
Hmm.
you're gonna have to take a look over here at Jenny. She's the one that talked me into this. Yeah, no, it's fair enough. I
Plead the
don't. I
fifth.
don't actually. When I go fishing, it's not a big deal because I don't even eat fish. Right? I'm not a person, so I love catching them. Don't get me wrong. I love catching them, pulling out a big monster, but I don't want to eat it.
Do you catch and release? Do you throw back?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
throw
have
back.
no. I
Yeah.
don't want it.
Are you a vegan?
No,
Oh, well, you said. I'm sorry. The look of disgust on your face.
I am vegan. A vegan?
Well, I am vegan. I am vegan.
Anti-fish. That's all.
And
Fish is basically like I think fish is basically a vegetable, in my opinion. So I don't want nothing to do with it.
huh. Fish as a vegetable. That's a new
It's pretty much
concept.
it is the vegetable of meats.
It's the
That's the way I like
vegetable of the sea.
it. Vegetable of fish, right? That's just
Can we get a commercial for that, Craig? Can we do
yeah.
yeah, yeah, commercial.
Absolutely. Are you tired of just regular meat every day? Perhaps it's time to switch to vegan. Have you tried tuna? It's the vegetable of the sea. I like that. We can go with that.
I like it. I like it a lot. What else is going on in your world that we need to know about, or
That
that
we need
we
to know about?
or that we don't,
Hmm.
or that we don't? Just tell us anyways.
Well, my life is pretty much an open book. I don't hide back anything. I do work a lot of long hours, so the only
Mhm.
outlet I really have is playing on TikTok and doing that kind of thing and making fun of people and deal with the day-to-day grind. So yeah, I do a lot of traveling around. So with work and stuff like that, so I could be Northern BC one day and Ontario the next. You never know where I'm headed to or what I'm doing. So
Wow. That's it's got to
it's
be
exciting.
exciting though. Do you find it exciting or tiresome?
At the start, it was exciting, right? I've been
Yeah.
doing this for about 20 years now.
Hmm.
So when you go to a new place and there's things to see, you're like, yeah, this is great. And then when you go there for the 30th time, you're like, oh, I got to stay at that place again, knocking cockroaches off the walls. And well,
Yeah.
even look at this place. This is beautiful, circa 1978, right? The heater sometimes works, which is great.
Yeah.
The air conditioner screams. It's the loudest thing I've ever heard. So I turn that on before I go to work, and then I come back, I have to shut it off because it's so loud. Went to have a shower today, which ended up being a bath because the little diverter thing on the tub popped right off, and I'm like, oh, okay, bath today. All right, we'll make the best of it, right? What are you gonna do though, right?
What are you gonna do? And you install toilets, right? All across North America?
I
That's
don't install toilets, but I feel like I said I am an oil patch kid.
yes.
So I dig
You
up pipe
you patch oil.
and then I put it in the dirt, and that's it. It's the worst. It's like the worst construction job you can possibly have, right? You can have a guy that builds a bridge and he goes out there and says, "Look at this! I built this bridge 30 years ago." And then there's a guy that built a building. Like, I worked on that back when I was. And here's me. I point at an empty field. Well, underneath there, there's a whole bunch of stuff. It's just, yeah, I did the stuff you can't, yeah, right. I could point at empty fields all day and tell you, yeah, I put that one in, or I did that one, or worked on this one, but there's nothing to show for it at the end of the day. You're just like,
Nothing to
okay,
show.
there's
Oh.
nothing.
Life choices, Craig, life choices.
Right, life choice, 100% life choices.
I love it. I love it. I love it. But the traveling is, I love to travel, especially to places that I've never been before. Sometimes you do like repeat trips, but I'm not a big repeater of things in life. Like, I like to go somewhere new every time, experience something new, and not just like, when you go to a resort or something, I always want to see like what's on the off roads, what's in like the local city, what's in the, you know, get outside of resorts and get outside of like, the touristy areas.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. The first time I went to Mexico, the first thing I did was walk away from the resort, and I wanted to go find myself an authentic Mexican taco.
And you got
And
mugged.
no,
Oh,
I'm six.
okay,
I'm
sorry.
64 and 200 pounds. Come at me. Come at me. I don't. You're not.
I
Not
never
enough.
know what to expect with you, so I'm always trying to guess.
But I did find the taco, and I did regret that because
Oh.
that did not agree with me at all. But I did it. I survived, and that was good. So, but I totally agree. See, you got to see the sights and everything else that's off the beaten path. What makes this place tick, right? That's the fun stuff, right? That's
Absolutely.
the,
Where's your favorite place that you've been?
my favorite place that I've been. I am a mountain guy, so actually my
Ooh,
favorite place is just in my backyard, right? So I like to go out to the Nordegg area and go climbing through Coliseum Mountain or Hummingbird Falls or Ram River Falls, somewhere out in the backcountry, right? It's not touristy, so it's not like you're Banff or Jasper out here.
yeah.
It's right in between the two, and it's raw wilderness with winding roads, and you never know what you're going to see. There's moose, there's elk, there's wild horses, there's all this stuff, and no one to bother you. And the
Wow.
best part is you can watch the bars on your cell phone disappear and get to go. Yeah, absolutely love it out there. Water's bright blue, ice cold, and there's it's yeah, that's my happy place, 100%.
Very, very nice. Do you go rock climbing or rappelling? Do you love, because I love rappelling.
Um, no, I actually never done it in the mountains. I did do it for work. I was a high angle rescue instructor for many years, and I worked in gas plants and stuff like that, where that was my day to day, rappelling and being lowered and playing with the dummy and doing rescues as necessary, but never out there. Out there, it's just part mountain goat. I go out there, I start climbing, I go find a new path or start following a creek to see where it leads to, right? So
Nice, very nice. I remember going through, so one year on vacation, we went to Yukon, and so we ended up flying from here to BC and then driving through BC to get to Yukon. And BC is absolutely beautiful. And all along the way you've got these beautiful mountains, and you're right, there's so much to see, and you'll never know what you're going to see. These moose, and there were so many. So this was back in the day where we didn't have smartphones, right? So we had like those disposable click,
Yeah,
not the disposable ones, but the click cameras that you would put the roll of film in and drag it across to feed it through, you know
I have
and
no idea
shut
what you're
the
talking about. How old do you think I am? That's
the camera. You open the back of the
she's talking about film in a camera. I don't know what she's talking about.
you get the canister of film and you put it in the back of the camera, and then you'd have to pull the tab to feed it through, and then you like a regular okay.
You put the
Okay.
hood on and you held up that little stick that had the torch light on it. And, right?
That was your
Whole
ring
time
light.
you stay here. Yeah, I get you. I haven't seen film in years.
Anyway, so you had the canister of film that you had to put in the camera, feed it through, close the camera, and then you could take your pictures. So we went through beautiful scenery. There are tons of mountains, and my mom was like obsessed with mountains, and so we'd go through a roll of film there, and then we came upon this one path where all we saw were these like amazing animals. We saw deer, we saw bear, we saw moose, we saw every awesome experience, like wildlife experience you could ever have. We saw on that, and I was like, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. So we get back from the vacation, excited to get these pictures, get the pictures back, realized that good old moms had put the film canister in backwards. So all the pictures, we went through 3 rolls of film, all the pictures of all the incredible wildlife, black photos. What do
Just,
you what do
just
you think we had pictures of? What do you think we had 30 pictures of?
remember when we were here? Oh, and this one here. Remember that? Look at this. Oh, that was amazing. And there's this one here. Yeah. Oh
We
no.
did, however, have 30 pictures of fucking mountains.
Right? Because you don't want to catch the wildlife. They're always running around. You're going to see them again sometime. But those mountains, they might disappear at any given moment, and you just got to get a shot of those, right?
I was never so annoyed.
That's harsh. That's harsh. The exciting stuff you miss, and then the stationary stuff that's always going to be there is all you catch. I feel the pain on that one.
Ugh, brutal, brutal, brutal. Well, we're gonna have a little bit of fun here. We've got some 3 question draw questions coming up. We're gonna play this game again because it's one of my favorites, the wrong answers only game. And rumor has it, sir, you have a tip of the day, which we'll get to at the end of the show.
I'll give you tips. I'll give you 1,000 tips out of the day.
I'll take the tip. It's been a
Worst
while.
advice. Oh, there you go. There you go. Wow. Look at that. Look at that.
So let's get into our 3 question draw. I'm going to ask
Okay.
you 3 questions,
All right.
and you're going to ask me 3 questions. I'll go first. Here we go. If you were sober, let's just say, like,
If I was
let's just
sober,
say,
what
if
are you
you
implying when you say that? If you were sober, if that day ever came around where you just stopped doing what you do all the damn time,
if you took a break, let's just say.
break from being the train wreck that you are. Okay. If I was sober,
If you were sober, how many saws would it take for you to cut down a tree?
how many saws? Like, are we talking like moving the saw, or we're talking about the actual tool?
Chainsaws.
Oh, one chainsaw. Boom.
Boom. Yeah, confidence. I see it streaming through you. Okay. Number
Yeah,
2.
because usually when I cut down a tree, I'm not sober, and that's 3. So I figured I could probably
It's 3. Yes.
I could
That's
probably
the
do it
answer.
with 1. So
Oh god, I love it. Okay, number 2. If If you had to sell your soul,
Oh, again?
what
You
would
can do
be
that twice. It's crazy. I didn't know I could sell it twice.
if
It
you
sounds like this is like one of those online scams where you're buying something with somebody's stolen credit card. I'm selling my soul twice. Sorry, that's the way it works.
I didn't know you
Oh,
could buy organs on the black market online.
right. Perfect. I sold all three of my kidneys. What are they gonna do?
There's no return, no exchange policy.
No, I deleted my Kijiji ad after I got the money. That's the way it goes.
Okay. If you had to sell your soul, what would be your rock bottom price?
Half a bag of Doritos. I think that's a fair market value for my soul. Half bag.
Ooh.
Cool
Nacho
Ranch.
or spicy? Oh, Cool
No,
Ranch.
it's Cool Ranch. It's Cool Ranch. You want not? No, we're not even. No, nacho. No, Cool Ranch. It's always Cool Ranch. That's my
Always
favorite.
Cool Ranch.
Half a bag. Half a
Uh,
bag of Doritos.
nice. Question number
God, I
three.
might not sleep tonight. Yeah, go ahead.
If you invented your own language,
Mm.
how would you pronounce the word happy?
If I invented my own language, how would I pronounce the word happy?
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. That is interesting. I, I think it would be it would be like more of a Germanic
Mm-hmm.
kind of a Celtic kind of combination of a. It'd be like
Ooh.
fuck off, right? I'd be fuck off, and that because generally, even using English, when I tell people to do that, I tend to feel happier and stay happier when I tell people to do that. So it'd be something like that, something around those.
Something akin to that would be, yeah.
Absolutely, right? I was practicing social distancing before it was a trend. I'm just saying. Keep away from me. The further, the better. I'm happy with that, right?
I'm happy when I don't have any contact with you.
I don't have to deal when I don't have to deal with people and their nonsense. My life is so much easier, right?
Uh,
We live in a world where it's full of nonsense at this point here, so I'm good with that.
this show is evident of that. Evidence
I
of that.
wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but
Very nice. So, fuck off. I like it. I like it a lot.
perfect.
For many reasons. Okay, I am ready, Freddie.
Okay, so you got 3 questions.
Hit me with it.
In 40 years from now, from today, what will you be most nostalgic for?
Ooh. Ooh, shit. What will I be most nostalgic for? Um, probably sex is probably going to be on that list. Um, that's going to be a good one. And maybe Rainbow Nerds.
Rainbow Nerds. Wow.
Yeah.
So that tells me right now in your life, the most important things are sex and rainbow nerds. That's great. That's like we're rocking the Willy Wonka chocolate factory here. Okay, you know what? I'll go with that. I like that. And yeah, no, I get that. I don't understand the nerds though. That's okay. No, I haven't had them since I was a kid. So maybe I need to go back to that. Actually, I'm at that point. Sugar upsets me too much.
Oh, really?
So I have to figure it out.
Hmm.
Now we're gonna get into some deep questions here.
Okay, here we go.
These are important questions.
Okay, ready?
Is cereal a soup? Why or why not?
Now, this is a very interesting question. I've been broached with this inquiry before, and I'm going to go with yes. It is a soup. It's a cereal soup. It is a soup because there's a liquid base in a cereal accoutrement, if you will.
I don't know what that word means, but I'm going to acknowledge and nod like I do.
It's a certain I don't know what.
Ne sais quoi? Okay. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. You can have a cold soup. Basically, what's soup? It's noodles and a broth, right? So
Yep.
if milk is not a bovine broth, I don't know what is.
Ooh.
And and cornflakes are noodles just in flat form.
And extra crunchy.
Oh, we need to start something with this. We need to.
Ooh, yes. Cereal soup. I mean, you need to use that audio from TikTok. Good soup.
Yes, absolutely. People will just be that's not soup. That's just like when you say pineapple on pizza, they lose their minds.
Oh man, bovine broth.
Bovine
Interessante.
broth,
Interessante.
absolutely. I just like,
Interessante.
when you wake in the morning, you have a glass of juice and a big glass of bovine bodily fluid. That's the best thing you can have starting your day.
Gross.
See, when you put it in those contexts, all of a sudden it's a bad thing. No one ever questions it, right? They just drink it. They don't. But when you start to question it, you're like, well, who's that first guy? Who's that first guy that went, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see what. Hold your head. Hold your head still. Yeah, I'm gonna get under there. I'm gonna give this a shot.
Do adults still drink milk? I don't know. Because I don't, because I'm vegan, obviously. But like, do grown persons, people, men, women, do they still drink milk like as in a glass of milk? Like people still do that?
You know what? It's almost dying out. I've seen it in beyond the boomers to the silent generation. They'll still
Mm.
sit down there at supper time and they'll have a glass of milk, right? But
Mm.
beyond that, nobody's drinking milk. I don't even see them in kids in the morning drinking milk. It's just like it's just cereal broth. That's all it is at this
Cereal
point.
broth.
Or it's going in the coffees, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, oh man, the amount of blood and pus that is in milk just it okay.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing that. I'm not going to need that anymore. Well, might as well get rid. I don't need that either. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. If anybody's interested, there will be a box and a half-eaten box of Cheerios for sale on Kijiji in Hope, BC, later on this afternoon. Chatting. And
But you don't put water on your cereal because you just need the moisture, right? The liquid. You just what was that face?
oh, when I was a kid, okay? There was what were they called? I think they were called shredded wheat, and they looked like little hay bales.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's what we had for breakfast when my mom was, I don't know, proving that she hated us as children. And she put them in the bowl, and she would heat up the kettle with hot water,
Uh-huh.
and then she just put the water on this bale and like maybe some sugar, and you're just like, here you go. Is she just supposed to have like milk or something? Nope. That's just
Nope.
how I ate it when I was a kid. I was like, oh, okay, I should be punished too for the 1930s. Thanks, Mom. But that's what it's like, hot water on cereal. It's like, oh my God, no. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Can't do
Never
water.
again. Can't do water on. I don't think I could. I'm
Uh,
curious. I made itchy band with beer once, so maybe it's worth a shot. Maybe I'll try it.
You put beer on your cereal?
No, I put beer in my itchy band soup because I was out
Oh,
camping and I ran out of water, and I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm going to make the best of this. And it was one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my life.
yeah, okay. Good to know. Good to know. No beer for the soup. Okay. Got it. Here we go. Question number 3.
If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would you call it?
Nut spread.
Spread. I like to wake up every morning with a nice bagel with some nuts spread on top. Okay. Come on down for the Jewish breakfast. Nut spread. Delicious. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. You gotta get a hold of Skippy. Sponsorship deal for you. Selling the old nut spread on the internet. I love it. That was perfect. Very good answer.
Yeah. Well, nut jam, just, people might get confused with, peanut butter and jam, and they're two separate things. So you can't go with
I
a
don't
nut
know.
jam.
I don't know. Sometimes when my nuts spread, something gets jammed. I'm just saying it's a possibility, and you can tie them together somehow at some point.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
That's 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 right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I've never felt for it. Okay, fair enough. And I get it. Hey, it's 2021. Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
There you go. um, Wrong answers only is one of my fun, my fun favorite fun games.
Okay.
I don't think I've had quite enough coffee yet today. My speech is a little delayed. I apologize for that.
Yeah,
Um,
add an extra little pot in you.
you've gone through that half a pot already?
I drink like 2 pots of coffee a day, and as you can see, I start off kind of slow, and then I kind of get faster and more excited in the day. It's because I'm highly caffeinated. Highly caffeinated.
Highly caffeinated. Oh
If
my
I
god.
don't drink coffee, I would still be sleeping over there. I would be doing.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolute exhaustion, just done.
Oh my
But then I get the coffee
gosh.
to me. I'm up. Let's do this. Let's take on the world. Who
So
wants
it's
to fight me? I'm
it's
dressed
a
up like
two pot a
Rambo. I'm
day.
home. Easy. Yeah.
Wow. God bless your intestines. God love you. All right, I'm gonna rapid fire this. I'm gonna say I think I've got about five of them. Whatever comes to mind, wrong answers only. Here we
Wrong
go.
answer.
Wrong
Whoa.
answers only. Here we go.
Okay.
Elon Musk's middle name is.
Feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Elon Feet Musk because that's the state that works.
The secret ingredient in mayo is
Toenail clippings.
dolphin's favorite color.
Burgundy, actually, they're very fond of burgundy. It's kind of a warming feeling. It gives them like that sunset low glow kind of thing. I don't know. You can't separate them from it. Can't separate them from it. Burgundy, definitely burgundy.
Okay. What happens when you mix coffee and whale sperm?
You end up usually with something like my brother-in-law's wife, and you know what? It's disappointing, and but you deal with it anyways. So yeah, you get highly caffeinated marine life that doesn't belong on dry land. That's in a nutshell. If she sees this, she's gonna get mad at me, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So, dig. That's right. Suck it, Tracy. Suck it.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's funny. I don't just pick on her, right? I pick on everybody. Like I have a niece, Brooklyn, I think is her real name. I'm not sure. I refer to her as number 3, but I've only got 2 nieces, right? And she's like, "Why do you call me number 3 all the time?" I'm like, "I'm hoping for another one, and you're definitely not going to get that place, so I might as well just put you in 3rd right now." They only toss up between 1st and 2nd. So she's always going to be number 3 to me. So even if that never changes, she will always be number 3 because I'll add fur babies in there. I might push her down to 4 or 5 if there's fur babies, but that's just the way it is.
What a complex growing up with being labeled number 3. Well, it's
Number
better
3.
than being labeled number 2.
That's that. See, what are they complaining about? My other niece is number 2. She's still not going to get the first place title. So that's just the way it is. I'm holding out for a favorite. That's all. Just holding out.
Very nice.
Maybe
Very
she can
nice.
do something right with her life. I don't know.
Craig, what is the secret code word for mustard? Hmm. Yep, no one's watching. No one's behind you.
Albatross. It's albatross.
Okay. Somebody get me a pen.
Albatross. Yeah, can I get ketchup and albatross on that hot dog? Perfect guy. Thank you. Can't have a corn dog without albatross on it. That's all I'm saying. Secret code word for mustard. Wow, that would make me think for a second. I have no idea.
All right. Let me
It was
show
almost
you.
my secret word. I don't know. They both involve mustard, don't they? At some point. All right. Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
What's happening?
Oh, I'm getting caffeinated and I'm derailing everything for you. That's just the way it is. This is the story of my life. I do this at work. I do this at family functions. I
So
don't get
when I talked about having my own show, early last year. Early last year. We were discussing it over a live TikTok, and the name of the show that we thought we were going to use would be Welcome to the Shit Show.
Well, let's do it. And you can do it. You can do like just like walking through the woods and like, this is deer shit. Yeah. What else? Squirrel shit. This is. I don't know what kind of shit this is. It's mine actually. Yeah, I got y'all. I just walked through it. And yeah, you can answer all the pressing questions like, does a bear shit in the woods? I don't know. Let's find out. Welcome to the shit show.
We went with Wake Up with Jenny and Friends, but this show, I mean this show, this episode,
This is your shit show now. Congratulations.
would
That's
have
on you.
like drastically supported the name choice.
Exactly. I'm with it.
I love it. I love it. All right. Ready to show you how this game is played. Here we go. Wrong answers only. I'm ready. Give it to me. Here we go.
Oh, wrong answers only.
Yeah. Ask me anything.
If you could spend the night with Ryan Reynolds, what would you do?
Indiana.
Like the movie, you do like a role play thing with the whip and the hat. Indiana Jones, right? Because I get it. Ryan Reynolds is cute. Like he's like, he's cute. Okay.
He's from that area, Vancouver.
He's from Van City. He's just down the road a little ways. Him and Seth Rogen. I was staying there a few years ago, just around the block from where he was living. So
very nice. Cool. Very cool.
Worst name you can give your child?
62 Avenue Lane.
That works. You know what? I don't know what she's going to grow up to be, but she'll know where to be. And that's important, right? And she'll always have an address. She's famous. You might remember her from 62 Avenue Lane. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done?
Dolphin.
I was walking along the water, and my little portal on top just went. Our eyes met. I was in a burgundy dress.
It was a cap sleeve. It was a cap sleeve. That's what got him.
This is hot. This is derailing pretty quick, but it's hot. I like it. What's the name of your secret society?
Cucumber.
I hate to tell you this. Women generally about 25 to 30 don't find cucumbers to be a secret anymore. Quick, they find them to be quite interesting, and with life partners and everything else. But I get it. A cucumber, actually, that would probably work. Scariest name for a kids movie?
I'm usually pretty quick on the rapid fires here. Scariest name for a kids movie. Three-toe sandal.
Three-toe sandal. I like that. That's terrifying. It's a three-toe sandal. Could you imagine having to walk with that? I can't even wear those thong things that go between your toes. I'm just like, what kind of torture is that? Whose idea was this to create such an evil device that has nothing to gain at the end of the day?
A thong for your toes.
A thong for your toes. The flip-flops. Flippy-flops. I call them thongs. Is that wrong? Is that right? Thongs?
I call them flip-flops.
Flip-flops. Flippy-flops.
Yeah. But this is a very non-judgmental space, Craigers.
I feel judged.
Well, I mean, you can call them thongs. You can call them.
I need my safe space ready. I feel judged.
I need my emotional support panda.
I need to be happy. I need. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. I need to.
You need to be fuck off.
I need to be fuck off. I'm not fuck off enough. Are
Any
we
more?
okay? We got one more.
One more? Sure. Yeah.
If you were face to face with a bear, what would you say?
San Diego.
I like that because a lot of people don't understand when you're face to face with an alpha predator, just fucking confuse it with random locations. Please don't. San Diego. Nice down there. Yeah, I'll think about that for a minute. Excellent. That is excellent. You know what? You are well on your way to surviving in the wilderness. I think you got her made.
As long as
Although
I
I would
have San
recommend,
Diego and a couple of credit cards, I am set.
yeah, just stay away from the ocean because the whole dolphin thing can get a little out of hand. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I love it. I love it. It's one of my most favorite games. So thanks for indulging me in that. Rumor has it, sir, you have a tip of the day.
Tip of the day. So, tip of the day. What can I tell people that would be important? Probably
Hmm.
nothing. I have
Hmm.
nothing important to say. Here's a good life lesson though for that I learned.
Yeah.
You will care less what others think about you when you realize how seldom they do.
Oh, I love
Because I
that.
see that as a lot of people are so concerned what everybody else thinks, but really we all live in our own little worlds in our own little minds, and we're not the center of focus for anyone. So go out there, be you, do you, be kind, don't be a jerk, have fun, relax. We live in a world that's so hostile right now over some nonsense that it's not even funny. Don't worry about it. Just be you, be happy. Add to the world, don't take away from it.
I love it. Excellent tip.
That's the profound version. There you go.
What is the non-profound? What is the Coles Note version of that? What is Craig's version of that?
Don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. Don't get into the newspaper, into jail, or into a hospital. If you do end up in jail, absolutely, it's critical that you set dominance immediately. Other than that, have a good life. That's it. There you go. There's the Coles Notes version.
Good night and good luck.
Good luck. Best luck to y'all. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Where can people find you on social media?
On social media, I have an Instagram,
Yep.
which I take my pictures on, which is something that people aren't used to seeing me, but I absolutely am a shutterbug. And I had a few of my pictures actually used in newspapers and stuff like that, which is pretty
Oh,
cool, which is
very
all my
nice.
wonderful, exciting mountain scenes and weird things that I find beautiful need to be snapped a shot of other than this ramble adventure. We'll see how that goes. And then also on TikTok, Canadian Bacon 99, where I dump all my coping mechanisms and childhood trauma for everyone to enjoy. So, and sometimes I go live, sometimes I don't. It's used to be hit or miss. I used to go live every day, but I don't do that very often anymore. But
I love it.
just
I
get
love it. I love it. So people can follow you on Instagram, on TikTok. Craig, thanks so much for joining me on the show today. I had a wicked, wicked time. I've never been so happy and confused at the same time.
she's confused and she told me to fuck off. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have never been so confused. Fuck off. I guess it works. My language works. Every time someone tells me that, I'm just going to be happy from now on. Look at them, just spreading the joy. I'm spreading the joy like I'm spreading these nuts. That's what it is. Okay.
Nut spread and cereal soup coming at you.
Yep, absolutely.
Remind everybody to like, share, comment, subscribe, and listen. I gotta go. Work Steve's calling. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, no, fair enough. Steve's man. Make her happen.
See you later, Craig. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye.